Label Radio.
Yo, that was Time Stop. That was the Ali Shaheed Muhammad remix.
Yes, sir.
That was dope. And in fact, that I didn't know you actually played all those parts. I thought you sampled it because it sounds so like in a sample lane.
I was really trying to stay in that, whatever that was that Adrian and the guys created. I wanted to stay right there, but then put my touch on it. But I don't know.
Nah,
just keep the musicianship aspect of it.
It worked
in a hip hop sort of a realm.
It worked. It worked. Like I said, because that album Before You Touched It was amazing, and then you complimented it by what you did. Because usually, sometimes you hear remixes like, "Oh wow, I like the original better."
Yeah.
But the fact that you complimented to the point to where it was equal to what the original was, that's amazing.
Thank you.
Good job.
That was the purpose.
Yes. Thank you. And as you see, I'm a hip hop critic, so I mean,
I could take the whatever it was, but yes, thank you. That was definitely the point and purpose, and so I'm glad you like it and hope other people feel it.
No, it's been getting a lot of rave reviews or whatever. Plus, anything Adrian Younge and that whole movement, your music has always been great. You know what I'm saying? I haven't really heard too much whack production from you. Even if it's from like the Lucy Pearl stuff to the Tribe stuff to this right here or whatever, you definitely know what you're doing and you do it pretty well.
Thank you.
I'm
humble with it. Of
course you are.
I don't wear it on my chest.
That's my job. That's the person. That's the person with the mic to hype up. Saying,
yeah, son, yeah. No.
Yeah, exactly. I'm doing Flavor Flav. Yeah, boy. Get it.
Yeah.
Anyway, saying. I want to thank you for coming in. I know you got the social media tips, so let everybody know how we can reach you.
You can reach me at alishaheed.com or Twitter at, twitter.com/Ali Shaheed, or Facebook, which I ignore. I try not to, but I'm not. I spend more time on the keyboards, the piano keyboards, than the computer keyboards. So you could reach me on Facebook.com/Ali Shaheed Muhammad. What else do we have? We have Instagram, which is it's a yawn over there. Like I'm not really posting much. And then I just learned that you can directly contact or whatever that is. I still haven't figured it out.
Direct message? Yeah.
I saw a message from Fife and I was like, it was like 4 months ago. I was like, how do you do that? What is this doing in here? Like, how do I respond? And I'm like, just staring. And me, I can get around tech, like not a problem. But Instagram, I stare at it like, man, never mind.
Well, we have our Instagram team here that if you need some tutorials right now, we'll show you how to get
I'm a
down.
good student, so give me the guide. But yeah, you can reach me at these places. I got some things cooking up. I just touched down in LA and it's turning into a comfortable, like home-like type place.
Yes.
So I'm happy to be up in LA. Working with Adrian and I working on an album.
Like you gonna co-produce an album?
Yeah, strictly like, I think the Souls of Mischief remix album was like the introduction to the merging of our sounds. Although I have to say that this album doesn't sound like any of that, so we're always pushing the bar of doing something new.
Okay.
So we got that jumping off, and then there's an artist named Myrna, who actually I just did the song called CPR, which is kind of like my little stamp on the police brutality.
Okay.
And it's featuring a couple of artists and up and coming producer that's under my wing. You can check that out on the website.
Okay.
It's called CPR. Really touching video that may make some people cry, I hope.
And that's the purpose.
No, the purpose is really just to join the conversation in a way that I think inspires people to do something and to be more vocal versus just kind of like, like there has been a period where obviously we've seen the protests and stuff, but I don't think it should stop, so sometimes music is a reminder.
Yeah. I always say after the marches and sit-ins, what's next?
Yeah.
What's next?
Well, you have to have a plan. I think that that's the starting point. The next part is obviously taking it to the votes. I mean, that's the biggest way you can impact anything in America There's another way, but I swear if I say what this is, you guys won't see me tomorrow. It'd be like the end. My life is over. And I mean, seriously, there's another way to really just affect change in such a way. But ain't nobody really ready to get down like that. And it's not violent. It's just a simple thing.
So now you got me curious. What is it?
I mean, we can talk about it off the microphone.
Okay.
You know?
Let's do it.
And when I get my situation, you know, straight enough, I will publicly say, you know, what that thing is. But definitely voting is a way to affect change and to, you know, allow your voice to be heard and have these representatives implement laws that are for you, that represent you, and not that goes against you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. I mean, I appreciate you speaking that because we don't have a lot of people that talk about that. Like, that's one thing about your era and our era. We had those movements, Stop the Violent movement. We had the West Coast All-Star movement. We had people that actually did stuff to try, you know, it wasn't just turn up. It was like, okay, I'll turn up, but hey, there's something going on. I'm in the middle of this protest with you guys, regardless of what's going on.
Yeah.
And we don't have a lot of that.
I think it's turning around because people are seeing like, wow, I was just over here doing this and now something's happening that's directly affecting me. If it's not me, then it's a cousin, it's a friend of a friend. And because the world is getting smaller, you know, it's not like them over there. It's like, nah, that's us.
Yeah.
And it doesn't stop at the shore or the coastline or the ocean. It's like, nah, them over there overseas, that's us.
Yeah.
You know, what's happening in Nigeria, that's happening to us.
Yeah.
What's happening in Palestine, that's happening to us over here. What's happening in Paris, that's happening to us. And it's shocking to realize that, you know, but once you realize it, you're like, hold up, I cannot ignore this. I have to do something. I have to say something or, you know, be a part of it in any small way. I don't know. Tweeting about things, that's cool, but at some point we got to get beyond just the talk of it. It has to be some sort of action.
Yes,
And
I agree.
In America, we affect change when we vote.
There you go. So on that note, we actually like to give our guest gifts. You brought us some amazing cookies, so big shout out to...
yeah, the cookies from my friends at the Pot restaurant at the Line Hotel. You know, like, they didn't even know. But, you know, I took care of them and tried to, I'm sorry, I hear some people are allergic to chocolate. Chocolate runs through my veins. We'll have to How'd you feel about that cookie?
They were amazing. I like them because I don't usually do cookies with, it had toffee in it. I don't really do toffee in my cookies, but it was good. It was good.
There's a couple more.
There you go. Of course. And I'm taking them home.
The team.
I'm taking them home with me. So since you brought us a gift, we like to give people gifts.
Yes.
And we get hooked up by New Era Caps. So I'm going to give you a little headwear.
Oh, really?
Yes. So, you know, since you're OG, you know what I'm saying?
I was afraid it was going to say something like welcome to LA or like something like that. But
I wish I wish I would have known. I would have gave you an LA one because you're in New York and you would have never worn it. Huh?
Yo, I would not have worn. I wore my Brooklyn cap to like the first protest out here that went in front of the police with police headquarters. And when I was stepping out in my Brooklyn cap from my hotel, one of the guys was like, yo, I know you just got here, but I don't think you should wear that hat. He got real serious. And I was like, I started laughing like that. I said, I'm going to be all right. He was like, nah, that might not be okay. He was like, where you going? I was like, I'm good. Like, I'm good here. I've been coming here for a minute. I'm good. I was like, this is intentional. He was like, well, where are you going? I was like, I said, actually, I'm going to the protest at, you know, police headquarters. So I was like, this is me saying like Brooklyn is here with you people from LA, right? And he was like, he didn't get it.
He just seemed to be on your hat.
He just was like, he didn't want nothing to happen to me. He didn't even know I was going to trouble either. He just was like, LA, man, like, I don't know where you're traveling in LA. You may not have heard, like, you think it's Hollywood and it's safe, but yo, I'm concerned.
But at least he's looking out for you because you had a big B on your hat. He was like, yo, this LA shit is real.
It said Brooklyn. It wasn't like a B. It was be clear. Brooklyn's out here. But I appreciate this. This is dope. I will definitely rock it.
Original. So because you're OG in the game. So,
that's like I'm the era that I grew up in.
Yeah.
As a New Yorker, like the OG seems more like a Cali thing, right? So, and I take it and I understand it, but it's like, am I?
Yes, you are.
I know that I am, but I'm just like, am I? And that trips me out because it's like, if you're from Cali, I guess like that's like, yo, you earned your general stuff.
Yes.
It's like beyond stripes. It's like you general, 4-star, general, 3-star, 2. So you earn and you good. So you wear that. But I hear that, I'm like, oh gee, is it time to retire? Because my energy is like I'm 19. I'm far from retired. But nah, I will definitely, I take that. And people, I know that.
Represent. You definitely OG because there's young kids, Joey Badasses. Those kids are looking up to you guys, and you know Adrian Youngs and those guys. They're living off your laurels. So.
Actually, it's not only they live off of it. People actually do talk to me. They reach out to me and they ask
advice and stuff like that. Yeah,
and I definitely give people advice because I don't want anyone coming up to get caught out there. Like Tribe Called Quest, we had to learn and we put them in our songs.
What's the industry rule?
Come on, we all know 4,080. So, you know, and I don't want any up and coming, you know, even if you superstar at some point, like it's like, yo, I just realized it's not what I thought. Like all this stuff that I think like I'm in here with the superstar deal with the other superstar, and it's just like, yo, I just realized what my cut really is. And it's like behind closed doors, you don't hear those real conversations on their records. Yeah. I'm talking about major stars. You don't hear the real conversations of like, oh wow, my cut of a cut of a cut of a cut. Let me get out there on stage. You know, right. So, I'll take that.
So you're OG. So
thank you.
I want to thank you for coming through. Like I said, it's an honor to be able to talk to the people that, you know, orchestrated the things that I grew up on that kept me out of trouble and kept me, you know, saying going to shows and in the house, taping radio shows. You guys are that guy. So I appreciate you coming through and rocking with us.
I appreciate you guys here at White Label Radio. Thank you.
So let's get into another one of your big joints.
I don't know. We gotta keep it in the realm of hip hop, don't we?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we not. I
got some other. I got some other things out there. I'm interested. I don't know.
We're not doing Lucy Pearl. I mean, I love it. But
I wasn't even thinking Lucy Pearl.
Oh,
see?
okay.
That's funny. Yo, Lucy Pearl got kind of. We got like one. If we talking about intro songs, our intro song's kind of hard.
It is. Actually, it is. You're absolutely right.
We got Biggie up on there.
Yes. Yes. You did have Biggie on it, and it was a shock.
Okay.
It was a shock. But let's get into Hot Sex. That was a big song for you guys.
I always forget about that song.
Exactly. But when it comes on, people are like, oh my God, Hot Sex, Southern Platter. Yes. So let's get into it. Thank you, Ali, Shaheed, Muhammad, for coming through A Tribe Called Quest.
My pleasure.
Legendary. Make sure you check him out on social media. This is White Label Radio, Classic Hip Hop. Let's do it.
Peace.